ene yeda sorry ya asemu a yatene se yewura Sam George, Honorable Sam George, what they about to just say sim registration a no under MPP aban no. And they say you see 2026 now. First quarter of the year no. Nyankopon ya domwa. And she say nyina koya. Ghana fo nyina sign akosan lai. Na sim registration no. Ya san sha se foforo.
Sam George. Sam George. Sam George. How many times have I called you? And for one son can be a cockaped you for 4 years. Would you wear bema? Sam George, Miss Oye Bema, Fansaka. Nation date, say and sign every registration and I'll be with the other side of us. We need Jumaya compared to Mayo.
For Juma, Mobile Kakwa, Mobile Samuel Nasa, Jimmy Kuala, Timo Gana say, very stupid leaders. Stupid! Who never chip with the church, or Becca so church, Bossy Pejumaye, educated bees, a Pejumaye, more finance as some of my Osabe G. Sika, so we church, or not chip Sam George.
Abusunya mamena wase na mema wakwaba sisi ye die uko social media no esoa Honorable Sam Kofijata George nkrofo twa no papa ne de ba de na Sam George wa ye ntia nkrofo kan nsem asebe ensem fata edi a kire nwi enche bia na Sam George ne DSTV sensem yi ekokodae asisi ye de Ghana fo enka ho asem bi ye kodae esole ya Sam George say unsen ba be ye SIM card registration because taumana NPP ewo ho no na Honorable Osla Owusu Waye Minister for Communication no same registration na omo eye no according to Honorable Sam Kofijata George or say anye successful enunti early next year 2026 from January up to March SIM card re-registration no ebe sign so akoso eno na Ghana fo bi no anti the all kan ase omo so kire mu say Sam George piaduma fufuro bi na ye because only DST before sha say na e Ghana memu ha anko ankusiaga mo pesika adia allegedly na mo ye nima bi a say SIM card na ye register no problem ben ene wo hunti a musia ba be ye registration ye Ghana for this CA no ye wo adwuma eye yentimi nkodi line so say ye kwa ko register ye SIM enti se wo mpe wo ho SIM asa SIM ya wa manso yi piadaka bi na fa shem patiminu ohini ba se wabonsu na wo ye adwuma e wo RTV okan SIM bi o se Ghana for SIM si a ye nya botre Mati Honorable Sam George on 2 consecutive times. O kan simbi na me pese me ne wo yeti ensem a Honorable Sam George all kan. Me gidi said the all kan ntiasie bi ewom said the all kan eyampa dia. Na kire se omo eya ebeboa because SIM card no say registration no anye successful anko yie said the was esi ekona obi etimi fa the Ghana card so okwa koto SIM card ewo MTN office. Obekọ no yesi wo card no ye de register nkofo be say edu and I say more than 10 kura. But send upon na onim hwe. Obi beto SIM card na ye register dada. What you see, edi Sam George ato no bo chire nsemu. Intime de mesrew. Se obenya botre. Se we NDC ni o, se we NPP ni o. Ye mfa ye political parties ento nche because ye kwose ye kwoto SIM and I say mobile money ye use yi. NDC for the eye different, NPP for the so eye different. Se problem bi eba ha mene wo ye mienu na ye be sofa. And the Honorable Sam George all kind of satisfied ya and ye Ghana for mesre say ye nya botre na omo entumi eni sa adwuma no because se obi ekuta SIM na se wo wudin ene wo so abra wonim ho hwe ya menua ebetumi ede wakwase mu enti Honorable Sam George wa grant interview bi o kire mu inioma e wo se aban no etumi ye se ne be ya sa SIM card registration no e be ye successful na aboa ama security nsensem e wo Ghana memu ha no akoye na Ghana fo binum so adwa say Honorable Sam George the all kind de no wo nya adwen enti omo so di nkomo bi e wo TikTok mefa sa videos no e de adikan na ye wi a yakọ Sam George nchen ne nsem na all kind me gidi se wonya botre na se wotie na won so obeti nsem bi ase na wo wi a e bia sa argument na nkofo eye e wo TikTok no wo di akire menua yebe kwa videos no na answer na yebe kono na unsubscribe ya subscribe na wo hono na wakreke so like video we comment biala wo after say wahwe video no awie no na ko comment section ho na watwere ni na edi agu ho wie so ahye video we na wonu bi onya bi enhwe because sa education we say tie Sam George amgidi se ebeboa na wo wie a se de all kan no enye sa na wakire watwe na aboa ma bibiara aye kama Ye video no emra. Yekoba ye beto aso. Me da wase.
Ene yeda sorry ya asɛm a yɛate se yewura Sam George, Honorable Sam George. Wadi abatu dwa se sim registration na yeye no under MPP aban no. Ene say yesi 2026 na first quarter of the year no nyankopon ya adomo a nhihye nyina koyi a Ghana fo nyina esan akosan lai na sim registration no ya san sha se foforo na de under MPP yeye no under Honorable Eslausu yeye no wachira eye mogo o se yakosan lai kwa yakogina wiem ama wi ahye kwa mfa so bi amaso enti afei ene eba be register ye sim card ni ye na de omo ye ne de mfa so bi amaso afei ene eba be register ni ye asemi se wonte ya wadahroma mabie so
odi oba foju ama mo ba ka kwa mo ba se munim na sasu jimi kwa na mo timo Ghana say very stupid leaders stupid odi fa chi bri ba go church obi ka so church pa boss peduma ye educated bees apeduma ye mo fanya za some ba o sabe ji sika so we church obi ka chip twa Sam George position among no someone knowledge about it leave the position and those who can help the nation to come and control then because Ghana always appoint hypocrisy beings are beings who cannot do the work but because of to know and I know them they're not sure no more very foolish move off pa I want to be church people bien one can say chip say where your typical corner where your corner mama where your corner and you see your corner Ghana your corner Ghanaians don't fall for this Ghana for your cheap real person says the kind of what's called re-registration chip no more per culture juma
nyinya juma nyo
now you UK are you body any na do any to so why dey can't you somebody supply corner almost was what Ghana was say and so obi wunya say yanya farm no na export by there export body export toast now o man nya sika but dey bia no bo sam gwaje ba na mo de madwe ye kwan ye we na ma che na one na ire ene ne maro komba mo bo hu say mo politicians mo no mo ye no mo ma accident bo kumo ya le body bo kumo mo no mo ye no mo ma Ghana for bread do akofo
piao
Sam George. Sam George. Sam George. How many times have I called you? Se wumpe ne ton empene noa. Umpe se be to say Eslausu. Don't you dare touch our SIM card registration again. Emma me shey ebufu. Emma me shey ebufu. Oka se your time o. Oka se your mre. Yetu abamama ede na ya na mo ye no. And I know ya NPP for buy more bar first time we registration we NPP for buy they spend 4 years 8 years re-registration also saying about buy a new SIM card you dare not Sam George you dare not opa we a bema home we a bema so we a bema no balls between your legs start a registration and can be one idea start a new registration or Ghana and can be one idea you see the other side of us anytime you need acquire politicians efaso ewia wo man ene sa re-registration yem penetum penenwa any people for when it comes to technology they are superb any people are superb when it comes to that technology no man they have done a great job and fa won san kwaka bibia kokopa adwuma fofo ye wo de wo ye bema Sam George me so ye bema fansa kan Neshe date say ensanya re-registration and I'll be who the other side of us. We need Jumaya Kope Jumayo.
SIM registration or re-registration that Ghanaians were put through about 3 years ago or 2 years ago did no verification on the back end. There was no single source of truth to verify against. And so yes, biometrics were taken, but they were not matched against anything. And that's why today you have SIM cards that are registered to people's Ghana cards that the people themselves did not register. That's why today, even though there was a limit of 10 cards per Ghana card, There are instances where one Ghana card has been used to register over 30 cards because there was no matching. Many people have, and there was an instance, law enforcement instance that I encountered in my very first week. We're working with the then Cybersecurity Director General. We identified a number, saw the Ghana, did a cross-referencing with the number, the Ghana card that was used to register the card, geolocated the person, security did an operation, but it became immediately clear that the individual whose Ghana card, who we had picked up on the back of his Ghana card, was not the same person as the person who was using the same card. And that's simply because you have unscrupulous people who registered pre-registered SIM cards using people's Ghana cards. You go and you try to register, and then they tell you, oh, the network is down. It didn't go through, but they had registered a SIM card. And then they take your card again and do another registration. And then they begin to sell those pre-registered SIM cards. And so you will be an innocent person sitting down, and because your Ghana card had been used to pre-register a SIM card that was used in fraud, you'll be picked up. So people may think that, oh, but we went through the hassle. Yes, and I appreciate it. I was Christian Stubborn Academy because I opposed the registration process, because we questioned the technical basis of doing what was being done. And that's why I make a solemn pledge to you that you will not have to queue. You will not have to go and leave work for a day or two to get your SIM registered. There's a whole simple technical process behind it. It will be interactive. It will engage you. The regulator has seen the demo of it and how it works. We are very clear in our minds what we're going to do. Because if you've submitted your biometrics to the NIA, and the NIA has captured your biometrics, it's a simple opportunity for us to match what MTN or Telecel or AT holds against a certain number and cross-reference and send you a prompt to confirm if that number was really registered by you. So if someone has registered with your Ghana card without your knowledge, and that number is brought to your attention, and you indicate that that is not your number, we blacklist it. If it is your number and the biometrics match, we whitelist your number and you get a prompt letting you know that your identity has been verified. But we will go a step further to now do what we call the Central Equipment Identity Register. Now that is a registration not of your SIM, but of your phones. Every phone has an IMEI number, which is global and is a unique identifier, it's a fingerprint of your phone. And so we're also going to be sending you prompts to do the registration of your phone. The government of Ghana says that we have one single source of truth for national identity, NIA, the National Identity Register, held by the National Identification Authority, the Ghana card that we hold. That's a single source of truth. The registrations that were purported to have been done under Eslawusu and the NPP did not cross-reference the biometrics they took from you against that database.
They didn't sync them?
Nothing was of that nature was done. She was fighting Kenatefa. Battle of clash of egos.
Okay, how is this going to work then?
So now we have sat down with the Minister for Interior and his head of agency, Yaira Koku, at NIA. We've worked out the integration between the telcos, the regulator, the NCA, and the NIA. And that's why I'm saying that, look, you're not majority of Ghanaians will not have to queue. Because what we're going to do is, we're now taking, we've tried to pick up from the telcos all the biometrics they collected. It was sitting in databases scattered all over the places. We've picked those databases and we're now cleaning them up and cross-referencing them with the NIA in the back end. So for about 80% of that has been done. We will be able to identify and say that, okay, your fingerprints you submitted at LWAC, where you say you went to, we've picked it from your service provider, we've cross-referenced it against what you gave to NIA, and we see that they match. So then it means that since there's a match, there's no problem with yours. We'll send you a prompt to authenticate that that number is yours, and we'll register it for you. For those that there is no match, the same way you book an appointment for passport services or visa services, you will book an appointment at your service provider
and go. So you won't have a crowd of people lining up and queuing up there for 3 days and end. No, you have an appointment, you go, your details are taken, and it is done.
What's the
proper
rationale for
digitalization?
This? Why do we need to...
You need to deal with fraud. Look, we're having several instances where people are using SIM cards for all kinds of things that are illegal. And that's why we're not just doing the SIM reg, we're doing the SIM reg along with a second policy directive called the Central Equipment Identity Register. So now when you register your SIM, your phone is also going to be registered. Every phone has a unique IMEI. So the IMEI of your phone is synced to your SIM card. So when your number is flagged, today, the cost of mobile money fraud is 10 Ghana cedi. That's the cost of doing mobile money fraud. Because if your number is reported today to us and we block that SIM card, it costs 10 cedis to get a new SIM card. They just go and get a new SIM card. But if we now begin to block the SIM card and the phone that's associated with that, it increases the cost of doing that.
But we're in Ghana. People buy off-the-shelf phones. So it's not like as
if your phone, if the phone's IMEI is not on, if you bring it into the country and it is not registered on our system, it will not.
You sure that's going to work?
It works everywhere.
Why do you need a special purpose vehicle for that?
What special purpose vehicle?
You said there's going to be an entity that's going to do that.
We're doing that at the regulator. All of this is going to sit with the regulator.
Okay.
The regulator has service providers who are providing the service, but it's owned by the regulator.
Okay.
That's the difference between us and the previous administration. The previous administration gave it to private companies to do it. No. Whatever anybody does, it's for the regulator. The NCA owns the data and holds the data.
At their behest. They will
absolutely. The NCA is contracted. They will manage the entire system.
Yes, yet TikTokers, any honorable Sam George. Na politicians, omo ankasa ene edunme bia, omo emma Ghanaians, akwenya, emma omo kan nsem bi edefa omo ho. Omo say politicians say edunmla yebekwa kwato aba ede ama omo a nsem bi omo beka, omo nya kwan eba aba mu na omo ye different thing. Enti edunme bia na omo credibility, omo alusu ni nyina. Enti nipa no wo kan nsem kura eye nokre no. Obi enya so na watie na wafa ba bi ewom. Wo ye din na se wotie Sam George na nsem ya wo kekan yi a. Megidi says the work can a no crem quadia. Ebeboa or my Ghana. Ebia only 1 week. And I say 1 month. And a debate side we. A bit to me abua or mine forever. That's a 1 day and I say 1 week, 1 month here debate. Ya say ya ye binti yen to me ye beam. Na said ye no say the Sam George all can I nye successful. Menu ye me and ebia 1 day say the problem am I it's the beckna say we are okay. But nobody knows tomorrow. Obia enim de besi ochna. What you say? Inti na yenye baako na yemfa NDC ne NPP ento nchen. Na yentie Sam George said the all can etisadia. Ye na yemfa ye ho engine. Na every January 2026 ekosi March no. Ye na yem register ye SIM cards no. Na emwa na bibibiala. Enye kama. Enti menua de etwagu no ebi na me de ababesom no na ansa na yebekɔ no. Mesra say unya and subscribe to this particular channel. Subscribe na ewo ho no. Fa won sa click so mame. Na like no so click so. Na uwia comment bia la wo no. Go to the comment section. Naturally ni na for go ho mame. We so share video we because it's very educative. Na wonu abi nso unya bi ehwe. Mame na wase se wa hwe video e de aba awie. Mesra say obehwe wo husu ya bra musu ne sane bia la ento. Me ne wo ebe share bim sisi ye de unua. Makra. Bye bye.